A few Sundays ago, I sat down at the kitchen table to cancel my Amazon Prime. $139 a year, and as far as I could tell, I was buying free shipping and a show my wife likes. And at our age, $139 is a week of groceries. So I opened the account and I went looking for the cancel button. I never found it, because on the way there I started reading the settings. Page by page, the way you would read a bill you finally decided to question. Fuel savings, photo storage, pharmacy, a grocery card. Pages I had never opened in 9 years of paying for this thing. And by the time I reached the bottom, I had counted more than $500 a year that I was already paying for and had never once turned on. I did not cancel. I went and got a pen. Now, why would a company sell you something and then never mention what is inside it? Because that is the whole business. Nobody at Amazon gets a bonus for reminding a man on a fixed income to use the things he already bought. They get a bonus when he pays and forgets. That quiet is not an accident, it is the product. So let me tell you who is talking, because this only works if you can trust the arithmetic. Amazon does not pay me. I am not an affiliate. There is no link in this video that puts a cent in my pocket, and I do not get a thing if you sign up for anything I mention. I am a customer, the same as you, on the far side of 60 and on the same fixed income, and I got tired of paying for something I had never bothered to read. So I read it, all of it. Every number here I checked against Amazon's own pages before I said it out loud, and twice their own pages disagreed with each other, and I will tell you exactly where. Which also means that when something on this list turns out to be a dud, you will hear that too. 2 of them are not even real anymore, and they are still printed on every senior savings list on the internet. So let us start with number 1, and it is the biggest single number in the video for a married couple. Amazon lets 2 adults in one household share a single Prime membership, not a second one at a discount, the same one. It is called Amazon Family, and your husband or your wife gets their own login, their own account, and the shipping, the fuel discount, the photo storage, the deals, all of it, at no extra charge whatsoever. So if there are 2 Prime memberships being billed to one address, and there are millions of houses in that exact position, somebody in that house is handing Amazon $139 a year for nothing at all. Go and look at your statements tonight, both of them. What it asks of you is that the 2 of you agree to share a payment method, so this is for a spouse, not for a neighbor. And keep this one in your head, because it is not just a saving on its own, it is a multiplier on the next 2. Now, number 2 is the biggest sticker price on the entire list, and until February, it was not free at all. Number 2 is Alexa. Not the old one that could set a timer and mishear you. The new one, Alexa Plus, the one that actually holds a conversation. And on the 4th of February this year, Amazon made it free for every Prime member in the country. Free for the whole household, on every Echo you own, on the telephone, in the browser. Now, a person who does not have Prime pays $19.99 a month for that same thing. $19.99. That is more per month than Prime itself costs. Run the arithmetic with me. That is about $240 a year for something you already own and have probably never switched on. Say, Alexa, upgrade to Alexa Plus, and it is done. And I am going to be careful here because I am not selling you a robot and it will not fix your life. What it will do is remind you to take the pills at 4, telephone your daughter without you hunting for your glasses, read the news out loud, and set the kettle going while your hands are full. If arthritis has turned a telephone screen into a daily fight, that is not a gadget. That is help. And it is free, which is more than I can say for the next one, until you realize you are already paying for that too. Now, number 3 is the only thing on this list that pays you for something you were going to do anyway. Prime members take 10 cents a gallon off at BP, at Amoco, and at participating AM/PM and Thornton stations, more than 7,000 of them across the country. Amazon's own estimate is that it comes to nearly $70 a year for a person who fills up at those pumps. $70. Half a membership, back, one tank at a time. It will not switch itself on. You go to amazon.com/fuel savings once and link a free account with Earnify, which is BP's rewards program, and after that you punch your phone number into the keypad at the pump and it comes off the price. If there is no BP within reach of your house, then this is worth nothing to you, and I am not going to pretend otherwise. But remember number 1, 2 adults sharing 1 membership, 2 Earnify accounts, 1 roof, 2 fuel discounts. That is what I meant by a multiplier. Now number 4 is the biggest one in this video, and I have to slow right down for it, because it is 3 separate things wearing the same coat, and Amazon does a poor job of telling them apart. Number 4 is the pharmacy. The first part is a card, it is free, and you already own it. It is called Prime Rx, and it is a prescription discount card included in the membership you are already paying for. And here is why it matters more than anything else I will say today. It does not send you to Amazon. It works at nearly 60,000 pharmacies, and I mean the one on your corner. CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Costco, Safeway, Kroger, and the whole family of stores underneath it. Wegmans. Amazon says the savings run as high as 80% on generic medications and 40% on the brand names. You bring the card up on your telephone, you hand it across the counter, and they run your price against it. That is the entire procedure, and it covers you and 1 other adult in the household, which is the same sharing setting from number 1, so a husband and a wife are both carrying it. Now hear the whole of the catch before you get your hopes up, because it is a heavy one. That card only works when you are paying without insurance. It cannot be laid on top of a plan. And Amazon's own terms go further than that. In writing, they say it cannot be used by people covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or TRICARE for certain medications, even if you tried to set the insurance aside and pay cash. So if you are on Part D, this is not the open door the advertising makes it look like. Where it still puts real money back in your pocket is the medication your plan will not cover at all, and the one where the cash price with this card lands underneath your copay, and that happens more often than you would think. So here is the move, and it costs you a single sentence. Hand the pharmacist the card and ask them to run it both ways and tell you which number is lower. They will do it. It takes them a minute, and almost nobody ever asks. The second part is Amazon Pharmacy itself, which will fill the prescription and post it to the house with free 2-day shipping on your membership. They take most insurance plans, and some common medications start at about $1 a month. If getting across town to the drugstore has turned into a project, that alone is worth an evening of reading. And the third part is RxPass. $5 a month, flat, for as many refills as you need of more than 50 of the most commonly prescribed generic medications: blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, anxiety, acid reflux. Not $5 each. $5 for the lot, delivered. The catches are real, and they are exactly why I read the terms instead of the headlines. When it launched, anybody on Medicare was locked out of it. Amazon has since opened that up, and Medicare enrollees can subscribe today. But if you are on Medicaid, or dual enrolled in both, you still cannot. There are also states Amazon will not ship it to, and this is one of the 2 places where their own pages contradicted each other, so the only answer I trust is the one on their site on the day you look. And none of this is insurance. It does not replace your Part D, and it was never built to. Pull up that medication list, look for yours on it, and do the arithmetic against what you handed over at the counter last month. Now, number 5 is a bill you may be able to stop paying tonight. Number 5 is the one I use hardest, and the one I would fight to keep. Every Prime membership comes with unlimited, full-resolution photo storage in Amazon Photos, and 5 gigabytes for video on top. Unlimited. Full resolution, which means it is not quietly shrinking your pictures the way the free plans do. Now think about that little storage plan on your telephone, the one that started nagging you a few years back and has been quietly taking a couple of dollars a month ever since. Forever. You may be able to cancel that tonight because you already own the replacement and you can share the storage with the family. The ceiling is the video, 5 gigabytes, which is nothing. So long videos will need another home. But every photograph you have taken in the last 15 years is sitting on a device that can be dropped in a parking lot, and on the photographs, there is no ceiling at all. Now number 6 is the one I did not expect to care about, and it turned out to be the one my neighbor thanked me for. Number 6 is returns, and stay with me because it is not the boring benefit it sounds like. Amazon takes back most things free. Fine, everybody knows that. What almost nobody knows is that you no longer need a box, you no longer need tape, and you no longer need a printer. You take the thing as it is, loose, in your hands, to a drop-off point. You show them a square code on your telephone, and you walk out. There are more than 10,000 of those points now. Whole Foods, Kohl's, Staples, the UPS store, FedEx office, and a pile of regional grocers. Amazon says 4 out of 5 customers in this country have one inside 5 miles of the house. And if you have ever stood in a kitchen at 74 years old, hunting for packing tape and trying to print a label from a printer that has not worked since the grandchildren set it up, you understand why I put this above half the discounts on this list. One catch, at a UPS store you can occasionally be charged $1 if there was a free drop-off closer to you. So take the one Amazon shows you, not the one you like best. Now, number 7 is not a switch you flip once. It is a habit, and it works on the things you are going to buy until the day you die. Which brings me to number 7, and this one is a habit rather than a switch. Subscribe and save. Think of the things that never stop arriving in a house. The coffee, the paper towels, the vitamins, the washing powder. Put 5 or more of them into the same monthly delivery, and Amazon takes an extra 15% off the whole lot. 15% on things you were going to buy no matter what. The trap in it is real, and it is this. A standing order is a standing order, and the boxes keep coming whether you needed them this month or not. So the discipline is to go in and look at what is scheduled before it ships. 5 items, 1 day, 15%, then leave it alone. Now number 8 is the store I swore I would never walk into again. Number 8 takes us to Whole Foods, and I know exactly what you are thinking, because I thought it too. Whole Foods is where money goes to die. Except Amazon owns it now, and Prime members take an extra 10% off items that are already on sale, right across the store, plus their own member deals every Tuesday and every Friday. None of it happens by itself. You have to scan the app at the register every single time, and if you do not scan, you do not save. 10% off an expensive store can still land above the same food at the discount grocer down the road. So this is not me telling you to change where you shop. It is only worth something if you were walking through those doors anyway. And that is the last thing on this list that Amazon hands you for nothing, because the next one is where they turn round and try to sell you something on top of what you already pay. So, number 9, and this is the trap on the list. Amazon runs a grocery delivery subscription. Unlimited delivery on orders over $25 from Whole Foods, from Amazon Fresh, and from a list of local grocers. That threshold used to be $35 and came down to $25 this spring, which is the rare change that went our way. But listen closely, because the advertising for this thing is built to blur one line. It is not included in Prime. It is $9.99 a month on top of your membership, or $99.99 for the year. I am putting it on the list precisely because it is one of the 2 things here that cost extra. When is it worth it? If driving has got hard, and the alternative is paying somebody to run you to the store and back, then $10 a month for unlimited grocery delivery is not a subscription, it is a car. And write this number down because it comes back at the end. That very same grocery subscription costs $4.99 a month, half price, for a group of people I am saving for the very last item in this video. A great many of you watching are in that group and have never been told. Now, number 10 is the opposite of paying extra. It is a bill somebody else is already covering for you. Number 10 is a subscription you already own and do not know you own. Prime includes a full Grubhub Plus membership, free, and not as a promotion either. Amazon confirmed back in 2024 that it is permanent. On its own, that runs $9.99 a month, so call it $120 a year. What it gets you is no delivery fee on eligible orders over $12, lower service fees, and 5% back when you order for collection. But zero delivery fee does not mean the food arrives free, and I am not letting anybody walk away from this video thinking a restaurant meal has turned into a bargain. The service fee is still there, the tip is still there, and it should be. What is gone is the delivery charge, and on the evenings when cooking is simply not going to happen, and at our age those evenings come, that is the one line on the bill you no longer have to accept. Now, the next two cost Amazon almost nothing to give you, which is exactly why they never mention them. Number 11 is a library, and I would put money on most of you not knowing you belong to it. Prime reading included, no extra charge. Thousands of titles, books, magazines, comics, a few audiobooks. National Geographic, People, real novels, not the leftovers. You borrow 10 at a time, and when you send one back, you take another. The limit is that it is a rotating shelf, rather than the whole store, so if you are hunting for this month's bestseller, you will usually come up empty, and the brand new releases live over in Kindle Unlimited, which costs extra. But if the print in your paperbacks has started getting away from you, a screen you can make the letters bigger on, stocked with 1,000 free books you have already paid for, is not nothing. And there is one more book coming your way every month, whether you claim it or not. That brings me to number 12, which is the closest thing on this list to money that actually spoils. Amazon First Reads. Every month their editors choose a handful of brand new books, a full month before they go on sale, and Prime members take one of them free, not borrowed. Yours, permanently, in your library. Everyone else pays $1.99 for the very same book. And here is the part that stings. The window shuts. When the month ends, that month's picks are gone. A new set takes their place. Nobody sends you a reminder, and nothing rolls over. If you have been a Prime member 5 years and never opened that page, you have left roughly 60 free books on the table, and there is no going back for them. Set a reminder for the first of the month. That is the whole trick. Now, number 13 is the smallest sum in this video, and I am putting it in anyway, because it is the only one that pays you for doing nothing at all. Number 13 is Amazon paying you to be patient, and I will be quick about it. At the checkout, if you are not in a hurry, choose the free no rush option instead of the fast one. Amazon will hand you either a discount on that order or a reward credit into your account, and their own page says the reward version is for Prime members only. It is usually $1 or $2 or $3. It is worth nothing at all on the day you need the thing tomorrow. But most of what we order is not needed tomorrow, it is needed eventually. Choosing the slow boat on the things that can wait is free money, and it is the laziest item on this list. Now, number 14 is where I stop being pleasant. Number 14 is the benefit everybody believes they have, and it has been quietly taken apart, piece by piece, while we all kept paying. Prime Video. In 2024, Amazon began running advertisements inside the service you already pay for, and then offered to sell you the silence back at $2.99 a month. That was the arrangement for 2 years. Then on the 10th of April this year, they raised it from $2.99 to $4.99, put a new name on it, Prime Video Ultra, and they took the sharpest picture quality, the 4K, out of the plan you already own, and moved it upstairs behind the new fee. They did add things, more downloads, more screens at once, better sound. Fine. But say plainly what happened here. You bought a thing. They put advertisements into the thing. They sold you the quiet back. Then they raised the price of the quiet and took the picture with them on the way out. That is a 67% increase on the ad-free price. If you are paying that $4.99 today, it is $60 a year, and you should be paying it on purpose, not because a number moved while you were looking the other way. Now, number 15 is the other place Amazon reaches into your pocket. Except this time, I think it might be worth letting them. Number 15 is the second of the 2 things on this list that cost extra, and I am going to be straight about that from the first word, because this is where people get burned. Amazon owns a doctor's practice now. It is called One Medical, and a membership there normally runs $199 a year. For Prime members, it is $9 a month, or $99 for the year, and you can add up to 5 more people, family, at $6 a month each. What that buys is 24-hour virtual care, a video call with a licensed provider inside a few minutes, and appointments at their offices. Now here is the honest shape of it. That membership is not insurance, and it is not the cost of your care. It is a fee for access, and nothing more. The virtual side reaches the whole country, but the actual buildings sit in certain cities only. So if you live rurally, you are buying the video call and not the waiting room. Find out whether there is a location near you before you pay a cent, and find out how they handle Medicare where you live, because that varies. Now, number 16 is the one that tells you who I am. Number 16 is not a benefit at all. It is 2 ghosts. Go and read the senior savings lists on the internet this afternoon, and you will find people still recommending Prime Wardrobe, later renamed Try Before You Buy, where Amazon shipped you clothes and you paid only for what you kept. It is gone. Amazon shut it on the 31st of January 2025. You will also find Prime Pantry, the box of shelf-stable groceries. Also gone, and long gone. Both are still being written up today as things you ought to be using by people who never once checked. And that is exactly why I sit down and do this. Anybody can copy a list. The reason you and I are still here at minute 25 is that somebody has to actually look. Now, number 17 is not a benefit either. It is the thing coming down the road at us, and there is a way to stand out of its path. Number 17 is a warning, and it is worth more than most of the benefits. Look at what this membership has cost over time, because I did. Amazon has raised the price of Prime roughly every 4 years, and the last time was 2022, when it went from $119 to the $139 we pay today. Do that arithmetic, and you can see exactly where we are standing. The people who follow this company for a living are saying the next increase could land at $159. Nothing has been announced. That is a forecast and not a fact, and I will not dress it up as one. But if you took my advice at the top of this video and moved to the annual plan, you did more than save $40. You froze your price. Whatever they do next, your rate is sitting still for the next 12 months, and you renew at today's number, not theirs. That is the difference between being a customer and being a target. And it brings me to the one I have been holding back since the first minute. And finally, number 18, the one I have held back all the way, and the one I want you to hand to somebody the moment this video ends. There is a second, quieter version of Prime, and Amazon does not put it on the front page. It is called Prime Access. $6.99 a month instead of $14.99. Every single thing I have named today, all 18, at half the price. and you qualify if you are enrolled in any one of a long list of perfectly ordinary government programs: food assistance through SNAP, which is the EBT card, Medicaid, Supplemental Security Income, TAMF, WIC, or energy assistance through LEHEAP. Households inside 150% of the federal poverty guidelines can qualify on income alone, without any of those cards at all. Read that list again slowly, and count the people you know over 60 who tick one of those boxes and have been paying full freight for years. You go to Amazon.com/Prime Access, you choose your program, you put in the card number, or you upload the letter, and the verification usually comes straight back. The catches are these, and they are honest ones. There is no annual plan on Prime Access. It is monthly only, so measured against the monthly price you save about $96 a year, and measured against the annual plan, it is closer to $55. It has to be re-verified as you go, and Amazon caps it at 4 years before you qualify again. And I have to close a loop from earlier, because this part genuinely stings. If the program that qualifies you is Medicaid, you are the exact person who cannot use the $5 RxPass from number 4. The same card that cuts your membership in half locks you out of the pharmacy plan. I did not write that rule, but you deserve to know it before you get your hopes up, and you would never have heard it from Amazon. So there it is, 18 things, more than $500 a year, and a company that will never once put a letter in your mailbox explaining the difference between what you pay and what you own. If you do only one thing tonight, make it the fuel savings. It takes 90 seconds, and it is $70. If you do 2, share the membership with your husband or your wife, and stop paying for the same thing twice. And then do the thing that is not for you at all. Somebody you care about is on Social Security, or on Medicaid, or carrying an EBT card, and is paying Amazon full price this month because nobody has ever told them there is a half-price door. Tell them, that is the whole reason I make these. It is also why the comments underneath are worth more than the video itself. So put your state down there and tell me which of the 18 you already had switched on and which one you had never heard of in your life, because somebody is going to scroll past that at midnight and save themselves a bill. I am on the same fixed income you are. I will keep checking these before I say them, and I will keep telling you when the good news turns out to be a sales pitch. I will see you in the next one.